Welcome all to my YouTube channel Mechanical Study, where we study different mechanical systems. In today's lecture we are going to study about different psychrometric relations. The first psychrometric relation that we have to study is specific humidity. So this is the term which shows us a mass of water vapor that is present in a unit mass of a dry air, and its formula comes out to be, that is omega is equal to mv upon, that is the mass of water vapor per unit mass of a dry air. Suppose I am considering the both water vapor and dry air as an PV is like an ideal gas, then we can apply ideal gas equation, that is PV is equal to mRT, where P is the pressure, P is the volume, M is the mass, R is the characteristic gas constant for water vapor as well as for the dry air, and T is the temperature of the moist air. Now the value of R, that is the characteristic gas constant, is nothing but the ratio of a universal gas constant per unit molecular weight of the individual gases, that is water vapor and dry air. Now for water vapor, the value of RV comes out to be 8.314 divided by its molecular weight of water vapor comes out to be 18. Similarly, for dry air, its value of characteristic gas constants comes out to be 8.314, that is nothing but the universal gas constant, divided by 29, that is the molecular weight of a dry air. So after solving this, we will get the final equation, that is the omega is equal to 0.622 PV upon P minus PV. So before this, here we get the one relation, that is the 0.622 PV upon PA. So basically, as you all know that the moist air is a mixture of a dry air and water vapors. So the whatever the air pressure will be equals to the vapor pressure plus dry air pressure. Now final vapor pressure, that is a P is equal to PV plus PA. So PA can be written as P minus PV. This is the total pressure. P is the total pressure minus vapor pressure. This will give us a PA. So here we can put this in this equation and we will get the final answer, that is omega is equal to 0.622, that is PV upon P minus PV, and that is measured in kg per kg of dry air. Now the next term that we have to study is the relative humidity. So basically relative humidity is the ratio of amount of moisture the air can hold to the maximum amount of moisture the air can hold at the same temperature. Means suppose if I take a TS diagram. So on a TS diagram, so I am drawing a saturation curve. Suppose there is air which is at a certain temperature. Here the condition of air is in unsaturated form, that is the it will hold up some amount of water vapor, but the water vapor will not condense in it. As we tend to move leftward, suppose I am drawing a straight horizontal line, and suppose this is a point 2. Okay, so here the temperature of air remains constant, that is the dryable temperature of air remains constant, but at this particular point the air will hold maximum amount of water vapors. So basically here the water vapor present in the air I am considering that is mv, and the whatever the water vapor that is present in the saturated condition, that is at point 2, I am considering this as a mg as shown below. So basically this ratio is nothing but the relative humidity, and it is basically measured in the in terms of in a percentage term. Now here we can see that again if we apply the ideal gas equation, so we will get the final relation, that is phi is equal to which is nothing but the relative humidity, that is PV upon Pg, that is the vapor pressure to the vapor pressure at a saturated condition. Then if you again simplify the equations, we will get the relation between relative humidity and specific humidity. Here we can see the relation between the specific humidity and the relative humidity. Now if suppose I am taking an example of any air. Now suppose there is air which is at 25 degrees Celsius temperature. Here we can see the one example on your screen, that is the air which is at a 25 degrees Celsius temperature and 1 atmospheric pressure. This total pressure is 1 atmospheric. Now the mass of dry air in the moisture I am considering, that is 1 kg. Then mass of water vapor, that is 0.01 kg in 1 kg of a dry air. Then maximum amount of water vapor that it can hold at 25 degrees Celsius temperature is 0.02 kg. Now suppose you have to find out the for a given condition we have to find out the specific humidity of air. So for that purpose we need to use a simple formula, that is to find out the omega we need to know the mass of water vapor, the mass of a dry air. Here mass of water vapor is 0.01 and the mass of dry air is 1. So here we can say that the specific humidity comes out to be 0.01 kg of water vapor that is present per kg of a dry air. Now next, that is the relative humidity. So relative humidity is nothing but a ratio of mass of water vapor to the mass of water vapor in a saturated condition. Now at the same temperature, means when this condition of air is unsaturated, in that case we can the amount of water vapor present in air is 0.01, and when it is in a saturated condition it is 0.02, means at this particular temperature it will hold. So this is the maximum amount of water vapor it can hold at 25 degrees Celsius, and if the temperature of air decreases below than that, then the condensation of water vapor may takes place. Now the relative humidity comes out to be 50%. So here we can find out the specific humidity as well as the relative humidity for any air which is at any temperature and pressure. The next term that we have to find out the that is that we need to know is the degree of saturation. So degree of saturation is basically simply a ratio of two specific humidities. Okay, so it is a ratio of actual humidity ratio to the humidity ratio of saturated air at same temperature and total pressure. Means it is a simply a ratio of, it is indicated by mu, it is the omega to the omega, yes, that is the actual humidity ratio to the humidity ratio at the saturated condition if the temperature and the pressure of air remains constant. So this will give us a value of mu, which is generally always less than 1. As you all know that value of omega is always less than omega s, because in whenever there is a water vapor that is present in a saturated condition, so it will hold maximum amount maximum amount of water vapors in it. And here we can see in a omega, that is the omega term that is related to the actual humidity, so it will hold lesser amount of water vapors in it compared to the omega. Yes, so basically this is the actual relation, or that is a term, that is degree of saturation, that is a simply ratio of two specific humidity. One is at the specific humidity of a unsaturated air to a specific humidity of a saturated air if it is at the same temperature and pressure. Now the next term, that is nothing but the specific enthalpy. So specific, as we all know that the total enthalpy is indicated by the capital H. So as you all know that the air is moist air is a mixture of dry air and water vapor. So this enthalpy will be the sum of enthalpy of a dry air plus enthalpy of a water vapor. As you all know that a specific enthalpy is nothing but the total enthalpy to the per unit mass. So here if you simplify this term, we will get the next term, that is the specific enthalpy, which is comes out to be, that is the HA plus mass of water vapor. If we divide the term with the mass of dry air, then we will get the mass of water vapor upon mass of dry air into enthalpy of water vapor. So this will be, after simplifying we will get the final equation, that is HA plus omega, that is mu upon ma is nothing but the omega into HV. So this will be what? The final term, that is the H is equal to HA plus omega into Hg, as Hv is approximately equals to the Hg. So this is about the specific enthalpy. So these are some of the relations, that is between the different psychrometric terms. So do like and subscribe to my channel and suggest your valuable feedback in comment box. Thank you.